The East Coast traditionally has been always like beach resort for the middle class and upper middle class, And the Marine Parade Road that people are so used to now was actually a beach, and it was called Marine Parade Beach. My grandfather had a house very similar to this along East Coast Road, near to St. Patrick's School. And really at the back of our house was the beach. And it's also where a lot of Eurasians, Peranakans live here. And along the coastline, there were a lot of bungalows. One day in the office, I received a call from a very nice lady who said that they had this old house along Chapel Road, which their father bequeathed to them. And what do they do with an old house? Should they demolish it and build a pair of semi-detached houses like all the neighbors have done? I came and met them, and the house still have the old furniture. They have not moved anything out since the father passed on. And I look at the condition of the house is very well maintained. Of course, there are some things which are not in perfect condition, but who is in perfect condition in 80 years? So I looked at it and I thought, well, there is a great potential. A lot of the East Coast bungalows, they like to have symmetry. So if you look at the house from the front, there is this very strong symmetry. And in fact, even the layout of the house, you notice, is also symmetrical. All the old Peranakan bungalows will have two gates, one for in and one for out, and then like a semicircular driveway. And verandas are wonderful. And this is really an East Coast feature because you have the sea breeze. When they built houses in the 20s and 30s, nobody used air conditioning in the home. Every wood, every piece of these balusters has a story to tell. As with all old houses, which are mainly structured out of wood, this is a true blue timber floor. There's no concrete underneath. The frame of the house are all timber. So this is the only house left along Chapel Road that is in this condition. So it's actually a very unique property because you cannot build a new old house. There's no such thing. In the way we conserve the old house, make it fully usable for a modern family, a contemporary family, would mean that the old house cannot be exactly the same as it was before. We decided then that the old building, this restored house, shall be the main living and the main dining. One of the key objectives we had was to maintain the dignity of the old house, and the grand old lady has to have the main presence on this plot of land. But we are adding 5 bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms, with a family lounge and a pantry. So a lot of care has been taken to tone down the architecture of the new block and to pick up proportions of the windows. We had the pool, which is wonderful for swimming, at the end of the evening when it gets a bit humid and hot, because there's no more sea here. It's another 2 kilometers out. The conservation of the built environment, houses and public buildings, is very important. It gives our younger generation a sense of themselves, who they are. It's a cultural ballast. A society cannot be new all the time. Newness have no meaning if you have no understanding of your own history.